In the darkest depths of the ocean, a 40-ton predator may be far more intelligent than we ever imagined. This is not simply a giant predator, because hidden inside that enormous body is one of the most extraordinary brains on Earth.
It can descend thousands of meters into an environment where sunlight completely disappears.
And yet, in that absolute darkness, this whale can find something that is almost impossible to see. The target is a gigantic creature of the abyss that has evolved almost perfectly to disappear in the dark. These whales do something even stranger than hunting, because they may actually recognize one another by individual calls.
They form powerful family bonds, remember individuals, and appear capable of recognizing members of their social group.
Different groups can even use different clicking patterns, creating something that resembles accents or dialects. More astonishingly, these whales appear to have learned how human hunters behaved and changed their own strategy. So the real mystery is not how big the sperm whale is, but what is actually happening inside its mind. The sperm whale is the largest toothed predator on the planet. Its entire body is built around surviving and hunting in the deepest parts of the ocean. But despite their intimidating size, these animals are not mindless underwater brutes.
The sperm whale possesses the largest and heaviest brain known among living animals.
Yet a massive brain alone does not automatically make an animal intelligent. What matters is how that enormous brain is organized, and what it allows the animal to do. Yet a massive brain alone does not automatically make an animal intelligent.
To understand the intelligence of sperm whales, scientists first had to learn how to listen to them.
Sperm whales communicate using precise sequences of clicks that can carry information through the ocean. For decades, humans assumed those sounds were little more than simple animal calls. Researchers found that individual whales can produce distinctive click patterns associated with their identity. In other words, a sperm whale may have something surprisingly close to its own personal calling signature. And these whales appear capable of recognizing specific members of their own family and social group.
Some evidence suggests that these social relationships can persist even after long periods of separation.
But their intelligence may involve more than communication and memory. Their complex brains are also associated with sophisticated social behavior.
Researchers have even identified specialized brain cells associated with complex emotional and social processing.
In humans, similar neural structures are linked to emotions such as empathy, attachment, and grief.
And the behavior of sperm whales suggests that family bonds are central to their survival.
In some observations, adults have remained beside dead calves for extended periods and repeatedly supported their bodies. Their attachment can become so strong that they appear unwilling to simply abandon a lost family member.
And once thousands of highly social whales share the same ocean, something even more remarkable begins to emerge. Sperm whales live in enormous societies that can connect individuals across vast distances of ocean. And these enormous societies appear to develop distinct traditions and group identities. Different groups can produce noticeably different rhythmic patterns that resemble cultural dialects. Even when separate groups meet in the same water, they may continue to keep their social worlds apart. The differences in their calls may influence who they interact with, who they trust, and who belongs. Beneath the surface, this means that identity, communication, and group culture may be shaping entire whale societies. For decades, scientists could hear these signals without knowing how much information they contained. Now artificial intelligence is being used to analyze enormous collections of sperm whale vocalizations. The patterns appear far more structured than random animal noises. Small changes in rhythm, spacing, and click structure may change how the signals are interpreted. These signals may allow whales to coordinate movement, exchange information, and maintain social relationships. And if that communication really is a language, we may be listening to an alien world that has existed beneath us all along. But evolution does not normally spend enormous amounts of energy building a powerful brain without a survival reason. As the whale descends into the midnight zone, the surface light vanishes completely, highlighting the terrifying depth. Down there, the whale cannot simply rely on its eyes to tell it what is around it.
Every returning echo gives its brain information about distance, direction, and the object in front of it.
From those echoes, the whale can build an internal three-dimensional map of an environment it cannot visually see. It is essentially navigating a crushingly dark ocean, using sound, timing, memory, and an extraordinary brain. When a sperm whale enters the abyss, one of its most important targets is the giant squid. The giant squid is built for darkness, with enormous eyes capable of detecting even tiny traces of available light. If the whale charges blindly, the squid can sense the disturbance and vanish before the attack even begins. So the whale must slow down, control its movement, and use sound to predict where the squid is going. It is not simply searching for the squid, it is calculating where the prey will be next. In the darkness, intelligence becomes the weapon that allows the whale to outmaneuver one of the ocean's strangest predators.
But the intelligence of sperm whales is not only useful for hunting. It is also essential for protecting their young.
A newborn calf cannot remain underwater for anything close to the same length of time as a powerful adult. When the mother dives to hunt, other adults can remain behind to guard the calf.
If orcas approach, the adults can rapidly organize themselves around the vulnerable young whale.
They place the calf in the center and turn their massive tails outward to create a living defensive wall. But perhaps the most surprising evidence of their intelligence appeared when they encountered humans. Early in commercial whaling, sperm whales sometimes responded to ships with a defensive formation that made them easier targets. Then the whales began turning away from the wind, exploiting the fact that the sailing ships depended on it to move.
According to the story of historical whaling, this defensive behavior spread through whale societies far beyond the individuals that first experienced the danger.
Scientists now dream of decoding these signals well enough to send a meaningful message back to the whales. Perhaps one day we will finally understand that the most intelligent voice in the ocean has been speaking beneath us all along.
For millions of years, something has been speaking in this darkness, and we are only now learning to listen. We spent centuries asking whether animals could think. Perhaps we should have been asking whether we were smart enough to understand them. Down here, intelligence is not measured by what you build, but by who you refuse to leave behind. We may not have discovered a monster beneath the waves. We may have discovered a civilization. Above the ocean, we built machines to explore their world, but they never needed machines to understand ours. And one day, if we finally decode their language, the first question may not be what they say to us, but why they chose to answer. What if the most intelligent creature in this ocean has never once wondered what we are, because it already knows? The deeper we look, the less certain we become, and that may be the most frightening discovery of all.
Somewhere below us, the ocean went silent. But whatever was listening was never alone.
We call ourselves the intelligent species, but somewhere beneath the waves, the ocean may know better.